everyone. This is Timothy Burns, and I'm coming to you from Timothy's A Spa, which is my business where I do non-invasive facials with very high-tech, non-invasive machines here in Cincinnati, Ohio. This is also obviously the studio for my podcast, and I'm collecting a few videos of shorts to post on the YouTube channel to educate you about my products that I use in the treatment rooms. So the second product that I started making to use in the treatment room with the treatments that I do is called Timothy's A Spa Facial Butter. And the ingredients in this butter are really powerful. The base of the facial butter is ivory shea butter. Now, you've most likely in your grocery store, your drugstore, you've seen shea everywhere. You know, shea for your for your skin, shea for your nails, shea for your hair. And that's great. And what I would say 80 to 90, well, maybe even over 90% of those products are in your mainstream stores that say shea, S-H-E-A, is yellow shea. And yellow shea is great. There is nothing wrong with it. It's very powerful. It's very moisturizing. It's very calming and soothing and healing to the skin, the hair, and the nails. But there is another version of shea that is called ivory shea butter. And all shea comes from Africa. And it is indigenous to Africa. But ivory shea, which is what is in my product, the facial butter, is ivory shea. And that's only grown in Ghana, Africa. And they've actually done a couple of clinical trials that have been published by some very reputable hospitals like Johns Hopkins and the Mayo Clinic, that they treated patients with severe burns or superficial wounds with ivory shea and found it to be very healing. But most importantly, the most important clinical trial was the one that was done with people that were suffering from eczema and psoriasis. And so they found that after 2 weeks of use of a ivory shea ingredient on the skin, that people's psoriasis symptoms lessened and eczema went away for something like 43% of the people. So I take the ivory shea and I melt it down, and I whip into it glycerin and 5 essential oils. And they're very powerful essential oils. The first one is lavender, which is calming and soothing to the skin and has an amazing aroma. The second one is tea tree, which is very antifungal, antibacterial, antimicrobial, but it's an oil, so you know you can use it as an ingredient in acne that will help to get rid of acne, help to kill the infection going under the skin that is the root cause of the acne, but also it's an oil, so it does not dry the skin out. And does not make the skin oiler. It's a very light oil. The third is rose, and in this it's rose of Bulgaria, so it's a Bulgarian rose essential oil. It takes essentially over 1,000 rose petals to extract the essential oil, which makes it a little bit expensive, but rose is vasodilating, and what that means is it pulls the blood away from the surface of the skin so you have a more even appearance in your skin. It's calming, it's soothing, and it does also accelerate healing as well as have an antimicrobial effect to it. The fourth oil in this butter is frankincense. And frankincense, you know, sounds familiar from the Bible and whatnot, and that's how long it's been around if you want to date back to then. But frankincense is very moisturizing, so it heightens the moisturization in any base that you put it in. And then the last is sweet myrrh, and sweet myrrh is very antibacterial, antifungal, antimicrobial, and calming and soothing to the skin. So those are the 5 essential oils that are in Timothy's butter, and it feels very cooling and calming on the skin, and just has a lovely, lovely aroma.